Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is we bring about conversations on a variety of topics, social, psychological, emotional, mental, spiritual, coaching-related topics. We have over 575 audios available for your listening pleasure on a variety of topics. Hopefully, they are useful to you. If you're looking to improve your overall health, wellness, and awareness, getting a coach can be a great way to do that. Would love to work with you. Reach out on Twitter at PO Perception or reach out here on this YouTube channel through the About Me section of the page, and we can make that happen. Today we're going to talk about ways to improve your mental health in a consistent way. The first is keep your posture upright. What that means is step forward, step strong, step lively, and step with confidence. Look up, keep your head up, keep your eyes up and focused, and keep your body in positive alignment. This is because blood flows better and your body works better when you have these things. At the end of the day, it isn't necessarily that you have to do this every moment of every day, but when you need to kind of reset your body, make sure that your posture is something you consider, because oftentimes we're slumped over, we're sad, we're just kind of hanging out. Our body and mind will align with each other and will create negative um, thought patterns just by how we hang ourselves. In other words, you don't have necessarily a good thing going if you're just kind of slumped over all the time, looking like you're ready to take a nap. The next is get a good relationship with neutrality so you can turn it into positive thinking. Now, notice how I worded that. So many people are positive thinking only people, and I'm just not that way. I've worked with 15,000 people in dozens of countries, and the one thing I've learned is if you don't have a good relationship with neutrality, positive thinking is absolutely useless. That is, all things are possible. If that becomes one of your reset points, you begin to understand that yes, negative things happen, and it doesn't mean the world is against me, it just means they happen. Positive things happen, and it doesn't mean somebody's luckier than me, it means they happen. And so when we get to a place of neutrality and then we choose positivity, we're active members in the choice for being more positive in our own lives, in our own relationships. Then we're more active participants and can actually stay present, moment minded long enough to actually change things. When we just choose to be positive because it's memes we see on social media, or it's because we think it's the way that'll make people happiest, we're not really getting the complete benefits or full benefits of the positivity as it all. Spend time in nature. That's another way to improve your mental health. Look, the world is much, much bigger than you or I. The world is much bigger than any one person or group of people. And so when you see the wonder of nature, the fact that the leaves on the trees still blow even if you're having a bad day, the fact that the squirrel is still going to find his acorn even if he nearly gets hit by a car, the fact that the tides ebb and flow and come in and go out, no matter if somebody's passed away or somebody's born. Nature takes care of itself, and sometimes when we need to see ourselves differently, going for a walk in nature can be super, super valuable. So, next is physical contact. Whether it's a pat on the shoulder, a pat on the back, a hug, or just a nice shoulder massage, having physical contact with others is important. Now, there are certainly people that don't like physical touch, but at the end of the day, even those who are touch averse because maybe they've had a physical trauma, maybe they had an emotional trauma or didn't bond correctly as children, maybe they're just not people, for lack of a better term. Whatever the reason, some degree of physical contact, preferably on a daily basis, is most healthy for the majority of human beings, somewhere between 97 and 99%. Because that human contact lets us know we're not alone, and there's also different hormones released when we actually do interact with people in a physical manner. So that's important there. Next is spend time with your furry friend. Animals can often be more uh, useful in terms of healing for health purposes than people. This is because an animal gives love unconditionally, does not expect anything back. Obviously, we have to feed him or her to keep them alive, and we probably have to take them for a walk if it's a dog so that they don't do business on our carpet. But at the end of the day, an animal is one of the greatest sources of unconditional love that is ever something that we can experience. And so, the more time we spend with our furry friend, the more we see that love doesn't have to have 28,267 conditions in order to be real. The next is exercise. Now, the benefits of exercise obviously are for physical appearance, but they're also for the creation of kinesthetic movement so that we're changing our mental and emotional state as well as improving our physical body. Many people just look at exercise as, oh, I don't feel like doing that because it doesn't feel good. But what you're missing in that process is you're not seeing the benefits from the way they're intended, and that is they're intended to be a whole body experience. And so exercise is, in fact, useful from that perspective. Next is make sure that you get sufficient sleep. Now, sufficient is a word that can kind of get a little tricky because it's different for every person. Some people need 6 hours, some people need 8 hours, some people prefer 10 hours. But get into a sleep schedule that works for you. Make sure to pay attention to your body if you need a little extra sleep, or if you need to change your schedule to get something done, make sure you're pampering your body. But the biorhythm, in order for the body to work best, has to be somewhat regular in order to get a level of sleep that is most beneficial. The next thing is gratitude. So, at the end of the day, be grateful for every opportunity you're given, even those that don't go the way you plan, or even those that ultimately are, missed opportunities. Because just because something doesn't come together doesn't mean it doesn't have value. Try to find value in all things. Be grateful for nearly every experience. Obviously, world tragedies are hard to be grateful for, certainly, but even in that type of a situation, there can be value because we reevaluate what's important to us in those most tragic moments. So continue to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.